game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Blue Devils will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tar Heels offense will come out first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Wilkins. Might be looking to run. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Finley. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tar Heels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
That's impressive. I'll tell you, the quarterback, of course, he's left-handed, but that time he's rolling to his right. So it's not easy to be accurate throwing when you're running that way.
Touchdown, North Carolina! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Duke's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Quick spin on the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Blue Devils have this offense rolling. He'll take it himself.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going.
Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Just keeps moving. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet, and they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the field goal unit is on the field. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
To the ground with the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. He leaves it with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now.
Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. The sure hands, it's Ship. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Under fire. Got a first down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he's knocked down. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Yeah, I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
North Carolina.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Dances away to buy time. Finds space on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wants to change this route. He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the...
Touchdown, UNC! Great job by the back on the option. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to pass. It's Wilkins. Starting to feel a little pressure. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Looking downfield on first down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Duke!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Blue Devils come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Never a doubt. The lead now 6 here in the second. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quick handoff. Makes one man miss. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mason. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Tar Heels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Wilkins. Unloads it left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. And the Tar Heels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Surging forward on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile that it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
on the ground. It's gone. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. Fights off a defender. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, though.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Finds the tight end. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the back. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Scanning the field, it's Wilkins. Dances away. The throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Lost a throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. He makes the catch. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Wilkins. Rushes on him. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
So the offense gets a little bit closer to the goal line after the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make way.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Gives it to the back on the draw. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Hunt is on its way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. From the gun, give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative.
Dashing the D on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll try to pop the draw. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
He leaves it with his back. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. And the Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Pocket breaking down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The quarterback takes a knee. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it right. It'll be a draw. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Galloway. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Love. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Here's the pressure. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these